How you doing, everyone? This is YamaMX again, and I'm sharing a map I did. This is a custom map, something I made from scratch, and it's called Serenity. This is actually a Halo Reach map I made, and like all creations, you got some that are hit or miss, but we ended up playing this one a ton on Reach. It kind of became a staple for my group, and believe me, not aesthetically, and I'm not even comparing it to the greatness of Lockout, but in a sense, it kind of became our Lockout in that it has a lot of sick jumps that you can do once you really learn and understand the map. And a lot of those jumps lead to just a lot of mind freak. And you already know in competitive gaming, it's all about mix up and keeping it fresh and completely confusing the opponent. That's what it's all about, and that's a lot of fun. So that's what this map presents, a lot of that. And in Halo 4, when we remade it, number one, it looked a lot more beautiful. And another aspect was thruster. I use thruster a lot, and I noticed you can manipulate the lift with thruster so much, and it allows you to pretty much get anywhere on the map. So it's a lot of fun. Even if you get MLG settings, the game plays great. So I'm gonna go ahead and kind of explain the mindset behind this map. They have sticky launcher down here where grenade launcher used to be. But this was a map I made. It's again good for. I'd say its main focus actually is 1v1s, small FFAs. Could run a 2v2 on it. But in Halo Reach, it really lacked small maps, and a lot of people wanted to 1v1, and there was nowhere to do it. I mean, what are you gonna 1v1 on? You know, those maps were. I'm not saying they're appalling in any way. They weren't catered towards the same kind of gameplay I grew up with in, say, Halo 2, when you'd end a match and you'd get the salty run back, 1v1 me, and you'd love to. You just go right on Lockout and completely, show who's best. It was fun. Out BR the guy, and I missed that. So that's what this map was set out to do. So here we go. Just go run through it. Up here is, we call this upper glass. You have barrels that obviously will not respawn. Makes it a threat up here right off the bat. A lot of grenade bouncing. If someone's hiding behind that rock, you could grenade bounce and catch people. Someone's coming up here. Easy grenade bounce. Take them out. Lots of jumps to get shifty with it. You keep them guessing on this map is what you do. Because there's so much you can do. You run off here. Now you have two options already. You could run right onto here and drop down on snipers. So if he's posted up and he's trying to do snipes, you could get him from up there. And that's a big difference from the Reach version. I had this glass closed. Same with this one here. So I think that makes a big difference. It keeps you on the move. I mean, you could hold up a spot like any good map, but it's within reason. Again, for every hold up in the beginning, there are barrels to keep it moving, so no one could get a god spawn per se. Over here, you don't even have to think once you know the map. You just know where to jump, how to jump. It's kind of like Lockout in that sense. You first started playing Halo 2, you fell off a lot, like everyone. But once you started understanding the map and its intricacies, that's what made it so much fun. And it allowed you to really dip on people and keep them guessing. I mean, this one, say you're running out of portal room. I mean, you just blindly jump down here, fall on top of portal, and you're back in portal room. So you really keep them guessing. It's fun. But I mean, it's not a cluster F. It's not like everyone's just teleporting everywhere. That's the only teleporter on the map. Don't worry. Something crazy like that. But it is a fast-paced map. A biggie here is, you can take this lift here, and then you could thrust her right up here. So you're already up on this, and you evade that lift. You don't always have to use it, because when you do use it, you become predictable, and you don't want to become predictable in the 1v1. It's kind of like a fighting game. You have to keep it fresh and mix it up, so your opponent doesn't know what's coming next. But yeah, that's the basic lift of the map, and that brings you up there. Again, a big use of thruster on this map. If you're playing MLG, I'd always call it in. Because you could just change your line of sight immediately and get to spots that people might think you take the lift, you're going up there, but now you thruster here. All about the mix-up. Come down here. I mean, you could blindly jump this. You could fall into the wall, so it plops you right down here. Not that you'll really ever be able to fall in there, but if you want to just keep it safe, Grenade bounces, big part of my game, big part of the Halo game, doing hot bounces. So there's walls pretty much everywhere to plop a nade and keep people honest, I guess you could say. No one can really camp out a spot. There's always a bounce that'll wreck them. So it comes down to that. There's like a natural little spot here. And you can shoot under glass and you can get shot under glass. So, and another thing with this map was I made it out of windows. It seems a little odd in Halo 4, and there's a slight bump. I can always edit that and just put straight walls. I was trying to retain the reach look, which actually worked really well. But the whole purpose of that was to really see all around you. Even if you're doing no radar, you can kind of see where everyone's at. And it's fair because in this map it's so fast that you could kind of lose track of somebody. So it's nice to always see what they're doing, and then you can try to outmaneuver them or outthink them. If you kind of see some guys running towards portal, you already could throw a sticky here, etc. So you just start to get the flow of the map. And when you are up here, because I figure because these windows are now open and you can't camp it out. I mean, you have some spots where you could be safe and recharge, you won't get hit. But you also have a good line of sight here, so you could see when someone's coming through here and flop them there. Again, that's not to be campy though, because if that person was smart and they're playing correctly, which they should be, you can be down here and you could look up into there and see what's going on, and you could even chuck a nade up there. So everything was thought of. I don't just make maps to make maps. I've made a ton of maps. Some I feel are worthy, some aren't. That's why I only have a few up here on YouTube. But I want to give to the community, you know, something that you guys will actually enjoy. And if you put the time into this map, I promise you'll enjoy it. You just have to start to understand it. A lot of people just fell off and didn't get the rhythm of it the first 1 or 2 matches. A week after that, they played it on their own a little with a few friends, and I'll tell you, a lot of people ask me to play this, and it's fun. Because when we get customs going or 1v1 salt matches or just for fun, people want to practice their BRs, it's a good map. It's a good map to do that on. See, you can do shortcut there. Fake him, you know, if this guy's there and he's planting nades on you, you can jump up glass and jump onto the lift and fake him back, head back onto the lift, things like that. Just things to really psych out your opponent. That's the thing I respect about Halo versus any other FPS, is that you can outthink people. In a lot of games, you see them, you spray them, and they're dead. There's no time to think. You know, it's a lot of brainless shooters out there. I won't name any names, but you guys know what I'm talking about. And in Halo, it's about outthinking your opponent and then having the execution to outshoot them. And that's what I want all of my maps to show. I want them to really show what Halo is about and to emphasize that. So here you are. This is Serenity. I think everyone could get the gist of it. I'm not going to ramble. Pretty sure everything that needs to be said is said, and if you have any questions, you can throw them in the comments, PM me, add me if you want to play the map, and I could always answer those. Definitely approachable. If you ever want to 1v1 me, play me in anything, or just check out the maps or any other maps I have going on that I don't share really, just hit me up. It's YamaMX, and check the file share. YamaMX is the tag on the file, Serenity, and give it a go. See what you think. Alright guys, take care. Thanks for checking out the map.